What does moon phase have on deer movement? Often people will look at, is it going to influence the rut? And one thing that we've shown time and time again at Mississippi State University and other researchers across the country have shown from data is that the moon is never influencing the rut. Believe it or not, the breeding date or conception dates when a doe is going to come into estrus or to heat, but that is actually passed on. That is something that is heritable. The way we can test that, Mississippi has a system that are called the spring herd health checks. And it's a way our state wildlife agency can look at herd condition, productivity, things like that, and determine, is the herd in good condition? Is it trending up? Is it trending down? Or is it stable? And one of the benefits of those types of data, number one, we can count how many fetuses have been produced. If a doe has 2 or 3 fetuses, and it's rarely going to be 3, but often 2, we say that deer herd's in good condition. If a majority of the does, the adult does, on the other hand, only have 1, then we can say they aren't in that good of condition. Another thing we get from that is there's a very developed equation whereby we can look at the size of the fetus and we can backdate when that fetus was produced, when the conception date was. And so over time, when you collect hundreds and thousands of these fetal measurements, is that we can plot from year to year and region to region when the rut occurs. And so we've gone back and we've looked at when those breeding dates were, and we have related that or tried to relate it to a particular moon phase. And what we see time and time again is that there's absolutely no relationship. The rut is happening at the same time every year. The only time that it can be influenced is when your herd dynamics become so out of whack, meaning the sex ratio becomes so skewed that the rut becomes prolonged, meaning that there aren't enough bucks to breed the does during their first estrus cycle. And so some of the does will have to, about a month later, they'll come into heat again. And so you'll see an extended or protracted rut. But in terms of when the peak is, the initiation and the peak, we see that being the same from year to year.